There are moments in life when you stop recognizing yourself. You look in the mirror and wonder who you've become. The things that once brought you joy now feel distant. The people who used to inspire you don't anymore. You find yourself questioning everything: your choices, your worth, your direction. And the question that quietly echoes in your heart is, what's the point? It's not that you don't want to keep going. It's just that somewhere along the way, you lost the version of you that felt alive. And now, all that's left is a tired soul searching for meaning. That feeling, that inner emptiness, isn't a sign that you're broken. It's a sign that your soul is ready to grow. When you start questioning your purpose, when you feel disconnected from who you once were, it's not because you failed. It's because you're about to be reshaped. What you're feeling is a spiritual awakening, even if it doesn't look or feel beautiful right now. It's a soft call from Allah, reminding you that your value was never tied to achievements, titles, or how put together your life appears. Your worth was written the moment you were created, and nothing in this world has the power to change that. Sometimes Allah allows a sense of loss within yourself so you finally turn inward, not to sink into self-doubt, but to seek Him more deeply, to realize that your purpose isn't something you build alone. It's something that unfolds as you draw nearer to your Creator. You were never meant to define yourself through the standards of this world. Your soul was made for something higher, something eternal. That heavy feeling inside, the one that tells you you're lost, it might actually be the moment Allah is bringing you back to your real self, the one He always saw, the one He's still guiding, even when you feel distant from Him. If you're in that place right now where nothing feels clear, start by being honest in your dua. You don't need perfect words. Just say, Allah, I don't know who I am anymore, but I want to be who You created me to be. Say it from your heart, even if your voice trembles, even if you feel unsure. That alone is a powerful beginning. And remember, even the prophets had moments of deep questioning. Even they faced rejection, fear, and loneliness. But what made them beloved wasn't that they never struggled, it was that they always turned back to Allah. Your confusion does not disqualify you from Allah's mercy. Your doubt does not distance you from His plan. In fact, these moments are part of the journey. They are the ground from which stronger faith can grow. Try taking one small step each day. Reflect for 5 minutes on what matters most. Read even a single verse of the Quran, not for information, but for connection. Write your thoughts. Cry if
you need to. Let your heart empty everything it's been carrying in silence. There is beauty in not having all the answers, because when you finally surrender the need to control it all, that's when you start to feel carried. That's when the weight begins to lift, not because everything is fixed, but because you've stopped trying to fix it alone. You are still becoming, you are still evolving, and Allah in His mercy is guiding you through every silent battle, every confused prayer, every quiet breakdown. You haven't lost yourself. You're just being realigned with who you truly are, without the masks, the pressure, the noise. And who you truly are is someone deeply known, deeply seen, and deeply loved by the one who created you. There comes a time when your heart starts to feel heavy, not because something new happened, but because something inside you begins to wake up. A weight you used to ignore suddenly becomes too much to carry. The guilt that once felt distant now sits quietly in your chest. The things you used to do without thinking now leave a taste of regret. You feel uneasy after missing a prayer. You scroll past something online and feel a quiet ache in your heart. You remember the words you said in anger, and they echo long after the conversation ends. And in those moments, you wonder, what's happening to me? That heaviness you feel, it's not a sign that you're lost. It's a sign that your heart is alive. When your sins start to feel uncomfortable, when your soul begins to feel restless, that's not a curse, that's mercy. It means Allah hasn't let your heart go numb. It means He still wants you close. One of the greatest gifts in this life is the ability to feel guilt. Because guilt is the doorway to change. It's not there to shame you. It's there to guide you back. You're not alone in this. Every believer goes through this struggle. We fall, we slip, we forget. But what matters most is that we come back. And that moment, when you sit alone and whisper, "I want to be better," is more beloved to Allah than you can imagine. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be sincere.
Too far. But the moment you want to return, the door is already open. If you're struggling right now with shame, try whispering this: "Allah, I can't erase what I've done, but I know you can." Say it with your heart. Say it with your tears. Say it again and again if you need to. And then take a small step. Pray that one prayer you've been skipping. Read that one verse. Make that one choice to walk away from something you know is hurting your soul. Small steps with sincere intention bring massive mercy. The heaviness in your heart is not a punishment. It's a reminder, a gentle tug from your Creator saying, "Come back to me. I still love you." And He does. No matter how long it's been, no matter how deep the wound, His mercy has no limit. His door never closes. You are not ruined. You are being awakened. And even this regret, this ache in your chest, is a sign that you are still connected. You are not too far gone. You are just one whisper away. Sometimes, without warning, something changes in your heart. You wake up one day and suddenly feel like praying. Or maybe you hear a verse from the Quran and it moves something deep inside you. Maybe you find tears falling during a dua you didn't plan to make. And for a moment, you stop and wonder, where did this feeling come from? You weren't always like this. Maybe you've spent months or even years feeling distant. Maybe you stopped caring. Maybe you lived life on autopilot, doing what you wanted, saying what you felt, keeping your faith quiet and tucked away. But now, something has shifted. This sudden desire to come closer to Allah, it's not random. It's not just you turning over a new leaf. It's something far deeper than that. It's mercy. When Allah wants good for a person, He pulls them gently. He softens the heart. He makes the soul restless for something more. And that restlessness you feel right now, that pull to change, to pray, to reconnect, that's a divine invitation. You're being called back. And what's most beautiful is that this call doesn't come because you earned it. It comes because Allah still wants you, still chooses you, still sees something in you that is worthy of His nearness. Sometimes we wait until we feel ready. We tell ourselves we'll start praying when we're more focused. We'll give up that sin when we're stronger. We'll fix our hearts when life calms down. But the truth is, the moment you feel drawn to Allah, that is the time. That is the sign. That is the chance. It's not about being ready. It's about being honest. If your heart is whispering, "I miss him," then listen to it. That's not weakness. That's guidance. Even if you're still struggling, even if you still sin, even if your past is filled with things you're not proud of, you're still being pulled. And that pull is a mercy greater than anything this world can offer. Don't ignore it.
Don't silence it. Let it grow. Let it lead you to the prayer mat. Let it lead you to an honest dua. Let it lead you back to the version of yourself you forgot, the one that knew who to return to when everything felt heavy. You don't have to change overnight. You don't have to fix everything today. You just have to say yes to the invitation. Even if all you do is make one small effort, one prayer, one page of Quran, one quiet conversation with your Lord, because every return begins with a single step. And once you take that step, Allah meets you with more mercy than you can imagine, more
love than you've ever felt, more acceptance than you ever thought you deserved. So if you're feeling that spiritual tug, answer it. That's not just emotion. That's your soul recognizing where it belongs. You've been called. You are being chosen. Not because you're perfect, but because Allah still sees beauty in your return. And no matter how far you've gone, He's always been near. Maybe after hearing all of this, you're still wondering, why me? Why is my life the one that feels like it's been turned upside down? Why do I have to lose people, face silence, carry delays, feel guilt, or battle confusion just to feel close to Allah? But the truth is, you're not being punished. You're being guided. Every shift, every heartbreak, every moment of uncertainty was not random. It was placed there with divine wisdom, because Allah loves you too much to let you stay where you were. He saw your pain. He heard your whispers, and He responded not always with what you wanted, but always with what your soul needed. This life was never meant to feel easy all the time. It was meant to draw you back to the one who created your heart in the first place. And sometimes the only way He can bring you back is by shaking the parts of your life that were never meant to be permanent. You haven't been forgotten. You haven't been left behind. What you've been going through has been shaping you, humbling you, and softening you for something greater. Allah is shifting your path, not to confuse you, but to realign you. So let your heart find peace in this moment. Everything you faced has meaning. Every tear you cried was seen. Every silent prayer was heard. And every step you take back toward Him, no matter how small, is loved beyond measure. You don't need to know what's next. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep walking. And trust that the one who's guiding you knows exactly where you're meant to be. This is not the end. This is your return. And your return is beautiful.